Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. If everything is fine, then don't change anything at all. I'm sure maybe some of you guys have already seen this Coinbase ad, but when the financial system isn't working for so many people in the UK, it needs to be updated. I just thought I'd bring this lighthearted ad to you guys. It's already been banned in the UK, apparently. If you've seen it already, I apologize, but if you haven't, you've been missing out.
We ain't got no troubles, no reason to complain. 'Cause here in Great Old Britain, we just love it when it rains.
Morning.
We're cozy here at home, even though it's not our own. But wait a few more years and who can say? Everything is just fine. Everything is grand. Your life can get no better when you're living by the letter in this pleasant land. Everything is just fine. Everything is great. The streets can't get no cleaner, nor the rat meat any leaner. No, life is just first rate.
Everything is just fine.
These fish fingers are a steal.
Prices up a smidge.
Just £100 a meal.
Empty purse, but hey, could be worse if there was nothing in the fridge.
Strategic realignment means I get to work for myself. Yeah!
Paying off my law degree with tips from each delivery. Excuse me, sir, I have your tandoori. Everything is just fine. Everything is grand. Your life can get no better when you're living by the letter in this pleasant land. Everything is just fine. Everything is great. We're soldiering on. We're doing our bit.
We're off to Dubai.
It's time to jump ship.
We're tightening our belts with a stiff upper lip. 'Cause everything's just fine.
Bravo, Coinbase, bravo. Probably one of the funniest crypto ads I've seen in a very long time. And I can see why the government in the UK is probably not too happy about this. I can imagine all Western governments, maybe not all, maybe most of them though, are probably looking at this saying, oh no, they've caught us. Life is getting harder and harder. And, the only way to change something in your life is to invest in cryptocurrency. So I want to thank Coinbase for doing this. I always say, Coinbase's advertising game is A+++. I don't know who they have there, doing their ads, but every single ad hits it out of the park. Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, put out this statement on X. Our ad, which got banned in the UK by TV networks, has sparked quite a reaction. If you can't say it, then there must be a kernel of truth in it. And this is exactly it. Guys, it's not just happening in the UK, it's happening in many different countries around the world. Needing to update the system and improve society is not a political statement on either party in the UK. Some have tried to turn it into this, and it's not specific to the UK. We ran ads with similar themes in the United States. It's a statement about how the traditional financial system is not working for many people and how crypto represents a way to improve it. There are people in the UK who still think of crypto as some kind of gambling product, a very outdated view, and have completely missed the potential of crypto, which is to update and improve the financial system for the benefit of everyone. We welcome the attacks and any other attempt to censor this message, as it just helps to spread it. So spread it far and wide, folks. I wanted to thank Brian Armstrong for posting that. Now, Michael Branch posting this, guys. Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, and Japan's SBI Group are among the top players in blockchain tech. We are seeing improvements in the space, despite what Coinbase is, I guess, conveying there, which I still kind of don't really agree with what Brian Armstrong did put out here as what the message of the advertisement is, but that's just my opinion. So Ripple recently released a report revealing how banks are shaping their long-term digital asset strategies with blockchain technology. The report also clarified that Citigroup, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, and Japan's SBI Group are leading the way in traditional finance backing blockchain startups. With cheaper, faster, and more accessible services, the future of financial institutions will depend on blockchain technology. And on August the 3rd, Ripple did release a joint report with CB Insights and the UK Blockchain Technology Center, which shows that JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, SBI, they're all very active in using blockchain to create an institutional financial infrastructure for trading, staking, and tokenization. These financial institutions are expanding their architecture with blockchain, diversifying their portfolios, enabling crypto payments, offering custody services, tokenizing assets, and more. So Ripple did state the report features a comprehensive analysis of investments and partnership activities for more than 8,000 blockchain companies and 1,800 banks over a 5-year period, including direct investments, mergers and acquisitions, and strategic partnerships. But why are financial institutions adopting blockchain? Well, it's the future. Blockchain is the force behind digital assets like crypto, stablecoins, and real-world assets, or RWAs. It enables information to move securely and transparently without requiring a central authority. Additionally, with modern features, blockchain is creating a more efficient and effective and inclusive financial future that meets the requirements of emerging markets. And so, to have the regulation in place, this is why it's so important, because banks are not going to touch it without the regs. Now, financial institutions are engaging with decentralized finance to help blockchain's recent innovations like the XRP ledger. With increased regulatory clarity in new inventions, blockchain is making integration of digital assets in financial institutions more feasible for institutions' longevity. And so, the banks are seeing it. Writing was on the wall for a while. If you guys didn't catch this morning's video, I talked a little bit about the potential of a choke point 3.0. Banks are grasping at straws to do whatever they can to help maintain their supremacy in the space. I'll link this morning's video up here if you guys didn't catch it. But I wanted to thank Michael for posting that. Guys, I also happen to see this. Deconomy and Temenos are partnering up. Now, Temenos, as you guys probably know by now, is a big Ripple partner, one of the biggest IT integration services that does already run on RippleNet. Well, Deconomy Impact Finance is now available on Temenos Exchange, giving banks access to customizable behavior-driven digital tools that enhance customers' well-being. Impact Finance is an out-of-the-box UX solution steeped in behavioral science, behavioral science concepts that allows banks to maximize benefits of their core banking technologies to drive both digital product revenues and customer financial well-being. The platform is highly customizable for rapid implementation and seamless integration into retail banks' digital channels by offering an engaging and gamified digital experience, including the ability for customers to create shared group goals. Impact Finance serves as an ideal organic acquisition channel, effectively attracting new customers. It enables end users to share their dreams with their bank and discover easy ways to make them come true by saving, investing, or being offered other banking products that speak to individuals' needs. So, offering more products and services, leveraging the power of Temenos' core banking and payment solution, and easily embedding it into a bank's digital platforms. Impact Finance allows banks to maximize returns from their current infrastructure, supporting their end customers' financial well-being while increasing engagement, loyalty, and profitability towards a stronger customer bank digital relationship. It's all about the customers at the end of the day. If you can keep your clients happy, everything else will be gravy. And, these banks are realizing, well, of course, we have to compete. We have to be, competitive. Otherwise, our customers will just go to our competition. So, to be able to streamline the customer experience, I think is going to be great for everybody who uses a bank. And, it's just going to be the status quo eventually. So Temenos, one of those large back-end IT providers that integrates banks onto new technology, runs on RippleNet, has been partnered with Ripple for a very long time now, I think since 2015 or 2016. So almost a decade. Wow. How time flies. I thought that was great news. Wanted to keep moving along, guys. Did you know that Ripple is in and amongst the world's 50 most valuable private companies? Okay. Looking at the US, China, Singapore, the UK, Australia, Sweden, and Germany. We've got many different companies here on the list. The United States in blue here, you guys can see Ripple number 23. Right down in there, number 23 out of the world's most 50 valuable private companies in the world. And this is just as of last month, July 2025. So some other companies in there: Stripe, Databricks, SpaceX, interesting, ByteDance, Shine, Revolut, Canva, which is from Australia. What else do we have here? Looks like there's a company called Rippling in there as well. Fanatics, Scale, DJI. Huge. Jewel. Wow, Jewel's on there. Airtable. Interesting. Bitmain is on there as well. So I will link this in the description if you guys want to look at it in more detail. So Ripple ranked among the biggest private companies. Ripple is among the most valuable private companies in the world, alongside such names as SpaceX, OpenAI, and Revolut. They were ranked as 23, according to data provided by business analytics firm CB Insights. The company, which is primarily known for being associated with XRP, is valued at about $15 billion. So guys, Ripple is now valued at $15 billion. It seems like just yesterday it was $11 billion. It was ranked above Swedish fintech company Klarna at $14.5 billion and Palmer Luckey funded defense technology company Endural at $14 billion. Some other firms on the list include non-fungible token marketplace OpenSea, mining hardware manufacturer Bitmain, and wow, the cryptocurrency exchange KuCoin. So that is very interesting to note. And of course, the big question is, will Ripple ever go public? If you guys didn't catch this morning's video, I do suggest you watch it too, based on some other things that I talk about near the end of the video. In early 2020, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse stated that Ripple would be on the leading side of the crypto IPO bonanza. However, the company got embroiled in a long-standing battle with the SEC. Even though the grueling legal case finally appears to be over, Ripple is not rushing to go public. And so recently, we've even heard Brad Garlinghouse say that Ripple is not, in fact, looking to go public anytime soon. That's not to say that it's not going to happen. But anyway, here we are, one of the most valuable companies in the top 50 in the world. So wanted to thank XRP Yoda for sharing that with me today. Rob Cunningham, guys, posting this. Now, this has to do with this article that came out from USA Today, and there's a lot of controversy. I don't know if I'd call it controversy, more just kind of discussion, kind of stupid too. In some ways, XRP is the smartest cryptocurrency to buy with $500 right now. I mean, these kinds of articles, I kind of tend to classify them as low quality informational reads. I mean, we know as the XRP community, XRP was a great buy. Not just right now at $3, but at 51 cents maybe before we started seeing this thing really kind of pump. I mean, I was yelling from the rooftops for people to buy XRP in and around here. And before that even, again, this is the Coinbase chart. Let me bring up the Bitstamp chart here. You know, like I cost averaged a lot of my XRP down and around here. When the beer flu really hit the market, I bought at, I think it was 17 cents. Give or take. I had already purchased some XRP before that. Learned my lesson down in the bear market, and then cost averaged quite a bit down and around here. But guys, even if you purchased it in around here, you are doing good. So, you know, when I see these types of articles, XRP is great to buy at $500 right now, I think to myself, okay, you're jumping on the train. If XRP is the smartest cryptocurrency to buy with $500 at $3 today, Rob Cunningham says, how smart was it to buy XRP at 25 cents when the in-crowd was calling it a crap coin and our friends at the SEC cheered on JP Morgan and Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren and the Federal Reserve's choke point mafia were fighting to kill Ripple in America? Exactly. That is exactly correct. We had the naysayers against us for a very long time, but we kept buying, we kept stacking, and we are being handsomely rewarded for it. We're early XRP visionaries, actually visionaries with keen pattern recognition skills, or just lucky. What do you say, Ripple fans and XRP family? I'd like to know what you guys think. You know, put it down in the comment section. I don't know. I feel like this has just been kind of natural, at least for me, to you know, learn about XRP and really kind of drill down and invest and invest as heavily as I could afford at the time. And you know, now guys, we are being rewarded. Everybody in my personal life who have gotten into XRP has thanked me. You know, this is such a good investment, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, and when I was telling people about XRP, it was still, you know, in whether it was in around these prices or these prices in around here. I mean, everybody. I wasn't telling people to start buying up here. Now, when people ask me about XRP, should I buy? Should I buy? I say, look, you should have bought in 2022. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It is your hard-earned money, so you do you. But anyway, now we're seeing you know, these types of articles here. Buy XRP. It's the best $500 you can spend in the moment. Guys, for more information on what I'm doing personally, you can follow me. It is only $5 a month. I've rolled back prices because I wanted to keep it relatively affordable. How many cups of coffee is that? Like 2 or 3 maybe? And that's per month, $5 a month. If you subscribe and stay subscribed, you can lock in now at that $5 price point. It's where I give my detailed insight on where I think the market's going to go, because we still kind of don't know. Are we going to see real world utility? Are we staying in a spec market? Follow me, Patreon. patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for more information, more detailed information on that. This posted by Dom from Easy A, guys. As I've said before, a large part of the Ethereum community are woke virtue signalers. Like many woke people, they claim to want equality, but beneath the surface, they see themselves as superior to everyone else. Ultimately, their goal is to divide. And so Vanessa Grillette, he posted about her here, is either making fun of someone for being a taxi driver or holding XRP. Both are shameful. So she posted this. My taxi driver yesterday also told me that he was all in on XRP, and Laura Shin with the emoji. Dom so perfectly states at the end here, I would never make fun of either Melissa or Laura, even though I am half their age and achieve twice as much. Okay, a supply shock. Okay, let's talk more about XRP and the value added to this particular token. A supply shock can send a token to pretty much infinite market cap because of two things. First, market cap is simply circulating supply times price. That's it. Second, price is determined by the value of the last trade, specifically VWAP. So in an order book, guys, if there aren't enough sell orders, the price will keep going up and up and up. And so, theoretically, that is infinity until it reaches the next sell order. So once that's filled, it will go up again until it reaches the next price at which someone is willing to sell. So that's how, if there's a supply shock where nobody is selling, a token can go up limitlessly. I built a visualization below to showcase that. It's not a precise model since the future order flow is unknown, but it's super helpful when picturing how it all fits together. And so, guys, I'm going to just play you guys this visualization of what he's talking about here. So XRP market cap multiplier. And let me just play this for you. You guys can see if all these prices get filled, you can see $12, $15, $17.5, $20, $25, $30, $35. And the multiplier just keeps going up and up and up. The market cap keeps going up there. Price can just, theoretically keep going up infinitely. Few understand this. It is a very important point, says Dom. And Phil says, yeah, when you understand it, it becomes second nature, kind of like how we understand the formula for speed equals distance over time. So, it's when they talk about market cap, I know there are some people talking about, or some, XRP naysayers saying, well, the market cap is still very low. There are also people, chartists, TA guys who don't really care about market cap. Market cap has its place, I think. I don't think it is as important as some people say. Well, Fabio Zaccara here posting this. When there's no liquidity walls left above $5, so just kind of going back to this idea of Phil's model here, okay? When there's no liquidity left above $5, here's what it means for the price of XRP. And guys, this is theoretically possible. According to Times Tabloid, okay, XRP approaches liquidity void above $5. Analysts prepare for explosive breakout. A new liquidity heat map shared by Steph is Crypto suggests that XRP may be on the verge of a significant breakout with virtually no liquidity walls remaining above the $5 price. So could you imagine if there were just no liquidity walls above $5? Does that mean it would go up straight in the air, similar to what Phil was talking about here? He says here, so this is the new liquidity map. So if there's no liquidity walls remaining above $5, the heat map source from CoinGlass reveals a thinning of resistance zones, indicating that if momentum returns, XRP could face minimal friction en route to higher price targets. As the analyst noted, no liquidity walls left above $5 on XRP. When momentum returns, it's straight in the air. This comment has sparked wide discussion amongst traders who are now closely monitoring $3.20 to the $5 range. So that's an interesting observation. I mean, if that does hold up, of course, maybe liquidity will build eventually if we do get up closer to $4. I don't know. Heat map reveals critical gaps in liquidity structure. So the heat map provides a multi-week snapshot of liquidity, leverage zones, and bid-ask clusters between May and August. In the visualization, high liquidity areas are marked in green and yellow, while low liquidity zones fade into deep purple. As price climbs above $3.20, the chart reveals a sharp drop in liquidity with nearly non-existent resistance above $5 per coin. So liquidity walls represent zones where large limit orders can suppress price movement. When these zones are absent, assets like XRP may move with speed and volatility. In this context, the lack of a sell-side pressure above $5 could open the door to rapid appreciation should volume support it. So market participants, okay, they eye these breakout conditions. The community quickly reacts to these findings. A trader named Abahaya remarked, no walls means once it breaks, it could move super fast. It feels like a setup for a big breakout, but got to be ready for this ride. This sentiment underscores the sense of anticipation brewing among market participants. Traders are increasingly watching for confirmations of this thesis, especially as XRP consolidates in a tight range. Volatility could re-enter the market with little warning, especially if accumulation turns into upward pressure. So key price zones, $2.80 to $3.65, and holding that line there. As you guys do remember, probably do remember from just yesterday. Here, let me throw this again back on the hourly. We did hit that level. Whoops, just right in there. We did break out past about $2.72, $2.73. That was the lowest XRP dip before trying to break up, now back up against $3.01 per coin, so former resistance. So in this zone here, this zone is critical for confirming bullish momentum. He commented, if we're consolidating around $2.80, and time cycles are aligning, this could just be a reaccumulation zone before the next wave. We just need the volume. Referencing what is called whale psychology, Edwards suggested that whales may be intentionally be keeping price range bound to flush weak hands before targeting $6.50. His breakdown highlights $3.20 as the first key resistance to reclaim, followed by $3.65 as the level to retest. These points are viewed as ignition zones that, if breached, could validate the move towards $5 and beyond. So visual gaps, okay, above $4.50 indicates an accelerated path. According to the CoinGlass data, the densest liquidity activity occurred between $1.50 and $3, where XRP spent much of its time earlier in the year. Following the July breakout, though, above that range, liquidity has grown increasingly sparse. So guys, there isn't as much liquidity as there was between this, then there was, okay, so there isn't as much liquidity now as there was between these levels here. As for now, the heat map shows no significant sell pressure beyond $4.50, with a total liquidity void above $5. So guys, could we in fact launch similar to what Phil is demonstrating here? If there is no liquidity, if there is just such demand and the want to hold XRP, does this mean that we are going to see these higher prices, or could it in fact mean that we see these higher prices at higher rates faster? It certainly is a theory. I mean, we do have to keep an eye on that liquidity. That's just my opinion. And for more opinions on where I think the market's going to go, guys, I've rolled back the Patreon. It's only $5 a month now. So sign up, subscribe, and stay subscribed to lock into that $5 price point. This is where I discuss more of these topics in detail over there at patreon.com/Working Money Channel. And I'm offering 15% off until the end of the month, guys, on the Working Money Channel merch store. Link is in the description of the video if, I don't know, maybe you guys have decided you want to pull the trigger on one of these great mugs or t-shirts or sweatshirts. Check it out. 15% off for a limited time. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.